Welcome to the Iowa Department of Transportation's Public Information Meeting for the U.S. Highway 18 Planning and Environmental Linkages, or Pell, study. A Pell study is an early planning level study model that has been developed and approved by the Federal Highway Administration. The purpose of the study is to identify transportation issues and major environmental concerns before construction funding is identified. Through this model, the Iowa DOT can consider a wide range of environmental and physical constraints, address various community concerns, and consider any economic goals in the project area. The Pell study process is early in the overall project development process. Pell studies look at a larger study area and examine the overall high-level transportation needs of a corridor. After an extensive review of the existing conditions, an analysis of traffic and safety concerns, and an inventory of potential environmental concerns, the study concludes with the creation of a vision document. This document will provide the Iowa DOT with key recommendations guiding what to prioritize during future improvement projects. Projects that are identified in this area would then be considered for the next step of the development process, environmental planning. Projects would then be designed and then be constructed. The goal of this Pell study is to recommend future roadway improvements for a two-lane highway within the study corridor by evaluating the need or benefit of additional turn lanes, determining potential locations for passing lanes, and identifying beneficial roadway spot improvements. The objectives of the study include encouraging public involvement and input, evaluating safety issues and concerns, examining mobility concerns for the corridor, and evaluating infrastructure conditions, and therefore establish recommendations for improvements to be completed over time within the corridor. This Pell study area extends from the city of Spencer in Clay County east to the city of Garner in Hancock County. The 81-mile corridor is mostly rural in nature with several communities interspersed throughout. It spans 4 counties: Clay, Palo Alto, Kossuth, and Hancock. There were multiple factors examined during the Pell study. Environmental resources were considered, such as threatened and endangered species, culturally or historically significant areas, regulated materials sites, wildlife refuges, recreational areas, and water resources, including wetlands, streams, and floodplains. Other factors considered were safety, reliability, traffic, economic growth. Other agencies were consulted for concurrence that environmental impacts were being considered. And the Iowa DOT also considered physical features such as residential areas, commercial and industrial properties, as well as agricultural properties and farmlands. The initial public information meeting was an online meeting held in December of 2019 and had 333 attendees. The majority of people that provided ratings were in favor of or leaning in favor of the study and what was envisioned as possible future projects. Major topics in the comments offered by attendees were on the increasing truck traffic, were on the need for turn lane improvements, and the need for more passing opportunities. Various existing conditions were considered for this study, including roadway curves and grades, sight distance, the roadway cross-section and features, intersection operations, infrastructure condition, railroad crossings, passing opportunities, travel patterns, and environmental resources. These are summarized in the existing conditions memo. Crash history and safety performance were evaluated as part of the US 18 Pell study. Crash history was used to identify possible patterns of crashes, evaluate areas of roadway deficiencies, and areas of potential spot improvements. The analysis found that 579 total crashes occurred in the study corridor between 2016 and 2020, including 155 that were either serious injury, minor injury, or possible injury crashes, and 8 fatal crashes. Of the 579 total crashes, 72% were property damage only, 24% were possible or minor injury crashes, 3% involved a serious injury, and 1% were fatal. More of the fatal crashes occurred in rural areas. The existing crash history memo covers the crash analysis. The recommendations presented in the vision document will be evaluated in the future to be incorporated as projects are developed over the corridor over time. However, some of the recommendations may not actually be incorporated in future projects due to constraints at that time. The evaluation of existing intersections for potential turn lane improvements found that there are 40 partially or fully paved intersections with turn lanes already existing. 10 of these are recommended to be upgraded from a minor right turn to a major right turn lane. These turn lanes will be increased in length. There are 49 recommended new turn lanes throughout the corridor. The Pell study identified 24 proposed locations for passing lane additions, 11 in the eastbound direction and 13 in the westbound direction. Passing lanes are built by adding an additional lane to the 2-lane roadway. The vision recommendations have been broken down into counties for this presentation. For the portion of the study corridor in Clay County, there are 2 existing turn lane locations that are recommended to be upgraded from minor to major right turn lanes. There are also 5 new rural turn lanes and 3 new in-town turn lanes that are recommended. There are 2 westbound passing lanes recommended and 2 eastbound passing lanes as well. For the portion of the study corridor in Palo Alto County, there are 4 existing turn lane locations that are recommended to be upgraded from minor to major right turn lanes. There are also 10 new rural turn lanes and 7 new in-town turn lanes that are recommended. There are also 5 westbound direction passing lanes and 4 eastbound direction passing lanes. Palo Alto is broken into 2 maps. Here on the west part of the county, the addition of 3 westbound passing lanes and 2 in the eastbound direction are shown. Here on the east part of Palo Alto, we propose the addition of 3 westbound passing lanes and 3 in the eastbound direction. For the portion of the study corridor in Kossuth County, there are 3 additional turn lane locations that are recommended to be upgraded from minor to major right turn lanes. There are 9 new rural turn lanes that are recommended. There are 3 westbound direction passing lanes and 2 in the eastbound direction recommended. The west part of Kossuth County shows the addition of 1 passing lane in each direction. In the east part of Kossuth County, the proposal is for addition of 2 passing lanes in the westbound direction and 1 in the eastbound direction. For the portion of the study corridor in Hancock County, there is 1 existing turn lane location that is recommended to be upgraded from minor to major right turn lane. There are also 10 new rural turn lanes and 5 new in-town turn lanes that are recommended. There are several potential spot improvements identified in Hancock County, and these include the conversion of 4 bypass lanes to left turn lanes, and there are 3 recommended westbound direction passing lanes and 3 recommended to be added in the eastbound direction. For the west part of Hancock County, the addition of 2 passing lanes in each direction is recommended. The east part of Hancock County shows the addition of 1 passing lane in each direction. Here is where public input comes into play. Public involvement is an integral part of the Pell process. A list of official contacts was created so that we can be sure to gather input from a wide range of stakeholders at the state, county, and local level. Information about this project and public involvement opportunities have been made available through the use of local newspapers, posters, the Iowa DOT Public Involvement website, and social media. Meetings for this project consisted of a combination of online public information meetings and small stakeholder meetings. The DOT is requesting your comments and questions. Please go to the Iowa DOT Public Involvement website shown on the slide to submit comments or questions and receive further email notifications. The technical memorandums for the US 18 Pell study can be found on the PEMA website. They are provided with the links on the very page that you found this presentation. We encourage you to provide any comments or concerns that you may have, as it will help shape the outcome of our study. Every comment is important to us. This has been a very quick overview of the proposals that are intended to be put forth in the final vision document, and we hope we gave you something to think about and that you are able to provide your opinion on the study recommendations. The link to submit comments is available on the PEMA webpage for this study. Thank you for your participation in this public information meeting.